Hello, ladies and gents. Happy late evening for you night owls. Thanks for joining. If you catch this while it's live, I knew that was going to happen. Had a other window, and sometimes it'll mute it if you put it, but then sometimes it just resets. But folks, it's been a busy week. I have family down. Um, Aside from that, I'm seeing some stuff online, and I'm just like, keep moving forward. I'm getting a lot of advice from people and saying, don't let it get under your skin. And to be honest, I'm hoping things will get under your skin, especially when you know the truth. But not everybody wants to know the truth or be told what's going on. And although people ask, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't always want to know what's going on. The more you get involved, the more you start picking sides. And I'm not about pulling people left and right or looking at things like comments and stalking people. That's just not my MO. Um, Dan, I saw a Flyers shirt out today and I was like, man, it was a medium. I was hoping it was your size. And I was like, he's probably asleep right now. I'm not going to bother him. But whew, crazy 2 weeks, folks. Crazy 2 weeks. But yesterday I had friends over, had a really good time, had barbecue, inviting my reseller friends, YouTuber friends, and even people who haven't even started YouTube channels yet that are wanting to start. And it's kind of cool bringing them over and just letting them see my friends and seeing that just because we have numbers, maybe a little bit more than others or even less, that we're all still on the same platform. We all have different goals, different aspirations and inspirations. And mine comes from what I thrive off of is the positivity in the world. And at the thrift store the other day, I ran into somebody that works with Salvation Army, and I didn't know about this. I didn't know there was a women's auxiliary kind of chapter out there. It's kind of funny how they're explaining it to me because they're saying they're not Salvation Army, but yet they carry around Salvation Army embroidered kind of crest on your chest. And the lady was really nice. Got to meet her mom too. She follows me online, and she said she was starstruck. I think it was the hair. I just watched it conditioned it that day, so it was kind of fun and getting to know people and just having a good time. And I've learned a lot, folks. Bama picking, Bama John in the house, folks. But I wanted to come on today, and I didn't have an exact time because my brother-in-law's here, my niece is here, and my two nephews, and I didn't want to make any promises online. Family first, and I've just been focusing on that and really appreciating how people are not, and it's not just of what's going on recently. It's ties in with everything that I've learned throughout the military, before the military, growing up, things I could have did better, things to watch out for, but also be there to give people a chance. I believe if I could change the way I have, and I was telling my brother-in-law about this today, that in my life, I grew up pretty bad, as in I was the bad one. I used to get in trouble with the law all the time. And finally, my senior year, out of my all of my years in high school, I said, you know what? I want to make this year be the year that I don't go to juvenile. I do not want to get handcuffed anymore. I don't want to get in trouble, and I really want to change my life. But it really didn't happen overnight. It took years from being when I was 18 or 17. That was successful. I didn't go to juvenile that year. I didn't get in any trouble. And things started changing amongst my peers of how they saw me, enough to where they felt I've earned to be prom king. And where I come from, population like 1,000. So my class was probably like 13 people. Amazing friends still that I talk to this day back home when I can and see them. And it's fun and it's amazing, but it's also recently a nice light on that shined even brighter about how I used to feel in the past. I used to feel like I'm always going to be bad and be looked at like I'm bad until I stopped trying to think that way about myself and started to cherish and appreciate the little things that I have. And not until recently, I'm looking back and I get all of these amazing comments from y'all, all the support that somebody only wishes for, and I'm receiving it. And I've been doing my best to pay it forward, and not just because I'm saying that there's so much stuff I don't share that's good and being put out there, and it's comes from all of you supporting as well, whether it's a thumbs up, even a thumbs down. I kind of wonder at videos like, why did I get a thumbs down? Maybe I could have said this better or did more, but you could only do so much and learn from it. And the only way you're going to learn is when people like yourself out there who are coming in and you leave advice of, hey, you're wrong. That's not a Paul Mason jar. It's a ball mason. But that heart shaped jar is a Paul Mason. And somebody said it's a wine jar, and they are correct. So there's a lot of things we don't know. And there's a lot of things I'm always going to continue to learn. And I try to learn because if I'm wrong and somebody correct me in the comments and somebody sees it, then you teach them as well. That's how I say things, folks. I have learned that it's okay to be a good example by being a bad example because you're not always going to be bad unless you just stay stuck on the bad. But folks, thank you all for coming in. We got home and I'm like, before I end up falling asleep with the Kanak attack, I am still recuperating from yesterday. I had a barbecue, ate a lot of kalbi, that is short ribs, really good. I barbecued. My hair smelled like smoke. Even today, Carla was like, babe, you need to go shower again because your hair still smells like smoke. And I was like, oh, that's where that smell's coming from. I was hungry the whole morning waking up. So it was kind of funny. So I did shower last night, folks. I drunk showered. Um, and I don't think I'm going to be drinking for a while after this. I want to drop under 200 pounds. And I was on a roll until I just got lazy. I'm like, skip a day. I've been doing good. But once you do that, folks, don't skip a day. Once you start getting in shape or doing something good for yourself, um, once you get away from it, then you're kind of starting all over, and it gets a little harder to get back into it. Not as hard as day one, like complete newbie of in the gym or exercising. And another thing today that's new for me, I finally got a storage unit. I've never had a storage unit before, but Carla said, babe, you need to get your crap out of the garage and out of your office, and you need to get it out of here. So there's going to be videos of the storage unit. I cannot work out of there. Like if Carla gets mad at me, I can't go sleep in a storage unit. They told me that was one of the rules. They must know about my life, but not really. But good thing I have a guest room and I have an office, and it'll be cleaned out soon. So that'll be awesome. But it's pretty expensive, but it was close to home. So I decided to get it $138 a month, but the first month is free. So we'll see how that goes. The person I should probably be talking to about storage units and things like that is this guy right here, Tom. From what I've talked to Tom in the past, I haven't seen him in a while. I used to see him often because I used to go to the flea market often, and I would run into him, and he has experience in selling and storage units and at the flea market. And that's another thing. Mikey Bags of Money and myself are planning on having a meetup. More and more people are asking, and I think that would be amazing. It's something we've talked about ourselves, and maybe in about a month's time frame, folks, we'll have more dates and exact time frame and days that we'll share with you all. But the way I wanted to go to about it, and Mikey was on the same page, and he was saying it too at the same time I was thinking it, was that we want to have a pop-up shop to sell some stuff now that we're out of a boutique, and not just look at us, but also promote the Boulder City Swap Meet here in Las Vegas. And it's not in Boulder City, it's like in the middle of Vegas somewhere. And it's a nice little community. The vendors are amazing. If you've seen the videos, they're a lot of fun. They're welcoming. We saw Hector, which is one of them. And then we saw the famous Cheapest, and she is what the older people say, a hoot. And she's amazing. She's fun. And we got to talk to some of the security guards, and they're like, hey, bring it. It'll help us out, especially people that are here. And then having a little following, even just a little following, is big for some people, and it's humongous to me, folks. So I don't say that lightly or undermine people at all. I would never do that. But I just feel regardless how big you are or how small you think you are, every effort helps when you're trying to do something for the community. I asked Mikey this the other day because the Boss Reseller Remix, I believe their tickets this year are going to go on sale July 1st. That's another thing you want. I recommend you go to it. The first time I went last year, I was blown away from it. And I haven't even shared some of the footage from it. And I'm going to share it in the video as it gets closer to help promote it. Katie and Vicky, I overheard them at one of the parties that they had at their house, that they want to sell out at the Boss Reseller Remix. And that's not the only thing I'm looking at. The Trash to Cash podcast is coming here next month. So if you haven't followed them or know of them, and if you're in Vegas and you just want to hang out with me, myself, Mikey, I hope the art of resale is going to be out there. Art, I know Jimmy's coming over, old school flips, and then you got Ken. They are a duo who has their own podcast, and there's going to be a handful of other people who reached out. Matt was one of them on Instagram, K Matt, and he had bought tickets to come already before the tickets I think even came out, unless he's part of their Patreon. And they're taking he's coming over and excited, and I'm excited to meet new faces and learn about new people and see what they're doing and see what we could share about them. So, folks, all of you in here, thank you so much for coming in. If you're a reseller, type in reseller. If you are a collector or you're just here because you like my content and my friends, let me know. I want to know also where you're at. Are you in Canada, which is a growing group that I'm seeing coming in? Then I had comments from somebody who said they follow from South Africa. That's freaking amazing. Australia's picking up. We got people from Britain, and I think there's, I want to say Columbus, Britain, Columbus. I think that's Canada. I could be wrong because there's some funny names out there that I think it's out of state, but it's like in Oregon. It's funny. But how are you all doing, folks? I know I just jumped into everything, and things are going good, and they're only going to get better. There's so much things that's going on. The Ray and Dustin, Nashville Flippers, Mikey and I are going to be on their live on the 24th. And then Thrifters Anonymous. This is coming up, I think, this month, maybe next month. I need to look at the dates. So that's going to be Shayna and Edwina. If you followed them, let me know in the comments. TA Anonymous Fam, hashtag throw it in the cart. They are on Whatnot under that name, not Thrifters Anonymous. And they invited me and Mikey to go out there and be part of I guess VIP access, and that's pretty fun. Just anything VIP, it's pretty exciting. So not even that. There's companies reaching out saying, "Hey, I want to give you this. You come and shop at their place, and then here's some credit." And we won't share that. I hope it works out because I could be saying too much, and they might be like, "Nah, we'll hold off or postpone it." But in other words, I don't want to jinx myself. So with that, I hope it works out because if we're able to get the credit, I know I want to work on. And I told Mikey this immediately. I got the phone call or the email, and I called him and I said, "Hey, some of my credit I want to give away to people who are here in Vegas or happen to be coming to Vegas as like a giveaway." So it's fun to receive, but I got two things from that, and I want to give some of that back and pay it forward. So crossing my fingers it works out and that happens soon. So for you who are making content or working on some projects, please let me know. If you go to the Reseller Cartel fan book page, fan page, we ask people on there and people who are following, do you have any events coming up? What's your whatnot link? We don't guarantee you're going to make money just because you follow us there, but we are trying to build people up, even if it's one follower, one viewer at a time. That's where I started. And through the help of many people, as well as my own experiences, I've been growing and I'm proud of what I've done. And the people who reach out to me and keep me beyond afloat, they keep me happy. And I will say, if I ever happen to get off of YouTube, which I never see myself doing, I have built a foundation for me and my family that I don't need YouTube. I just like to be here because of the community. I don't just like to be here. I take that back. I love to be here. I wish I could be everywhere. And I had somebody comment the other day saying that they wish they were closer so we could hang out. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was actually today. I think that was Adam. Prayers to him. He said he's going through some stuff. They didn't tell me details, but prayers to him and anybody else who's going through some things. My heartfelt to you and hope that things work out because the Lord knows I'm only going through some stuff myself, and I've been sharing that with people and been opening it up a little bit more about what's going on with me and my family. And I'm crossing my fingers, folks. I really want to have kids or a kid around this time next year. But I keep my hands together every day, and if they're not together in my head, they're together. So let me go through the comments. Lemon J, are you going back to the thrift store and sell there? No, we don't. I don't want to go back to a thrift store, but we are looking at something to go back into stores, but not anytime soon. with some things that are going on right now, it just makes me question things of what's a better direction for me and what can I do that's not just going to be for people to visit, say the reseller cartel brick and mortar boutique, because that kind of thing could be taken anywhere. It could be a back of a trunk of my truck and say, hey, I'm going to meet up or I'm going to go to a flea market, like I was talking about a moment ago, having a pop up shop. But I want to do it in a way where I could kind of promote, or we could promote businesses and companies, even if people are visiting to Vegas. And Vegas is just one of those cities that people come in and out of for vacation. Don't come here during the summer, especially July. It ends up being like record high heat waves, and it's the worst time to come, in my opinion. But you come for whatever reason you do. And with that, there's a lot of comments I get that I notice on my end, people saying they're coming to Vegas. I have no problem if you give me a heads up, and if things work out, I would love to meet up with you, even if we go thrifting or just have a bite to eat or even coffee or just meet up in a parking lot for 5 minutes. Hi, hello, and get to know one another. I find that even just as beautiful as spending time with people for a longer amount of time. Some things just work out, some things don't. I've had family members that have come into Vegas and we try to meet and it never happened. And even childhood friends, we try to meet and it doesn't happen because they got their own schedule of what they're going on. And for me, this week and next week, my brother in law being here, I'm not trying to focus on whatnot or YouTube. Although I really want to get my second video out with Avery's All In of Roy and Lisa, and then catch up with a thrift video that I had yesterday with I'll tell you right now, myself, Mikey Bags of Money, and Carrie the Mermaid. So it was a lot of fun. She was teaching me about jewelry, but we didn't come across too much jewelry as I did. And they kind of went their own way, and I went my own way, and then we'll link up again. And then it's like somebody turned on the lights, and then you run away as a roach would. That doesn't sound cute at all, but I think you get the point. Then up in here, we got good, great, fabulous. I like that. Yes, you beat all three of them in one. Hey, Sonny, glad to catch you live. Um, thank you. Got a heart, and that heart's not just for me, it's for you too. I heart you all, my friends. We got Callie Louise, who is more active on Whatnot. We got Glams. What's up, Glams? Glad to be seeing you more and more as I'm coming on live. It was a little while that I wasn't doing lives because I was busy, but now that I'm home more, who knows? I might do more random pop-ups early in the morning, through in the middle of the day, or later in the evening. Like right now, I don't think I'll go later than this, like 9 or 10 or something like that, because I do have a lot of viewers and supporters like your amazing selves that are like East Coast or overseas somewhere else. Um, Glad saying Bama, who's John. Hey, John, just a quick update. Don't take the order at face value. Make sure to check the bag inside. Always check your bags. Um, for me, I kind of rushed the other day with the a thrift video on a Thursday. Myself, Jesse of Yesterday's Fits, he has his own like a vintage boutique store, and he has done amazing for himself. 20-year-old young, positive man who's doing really good, not only just for him, he's across the UNLV college here in Las Vegas. If you look it up, I think there's a Papa John's and it's right under it. It doesn't have a big old sign. So if you look up on Yelp, yesterday fits, and if you're into um, calls type of figures, KWS, and vintage apparel, gold mine right there, folks. Really good guy. I really enjoy him every Thursday for the past 2 weeks. This is going to be the third week that we have collaborated with Jesse, American Arbitrage, Carrie American Arbitrage, Don Lady Arbitrage, Mikey Bags of Money, and myself. And we're going to do that this Thursday, I believe at 4. So Jesse could do what he needs to do and be out of there, I think, by 6 or 6:30. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of craziness. It's just me, Mikey, Carrie, Don in the background. I try to get Jesse to pop up in because it's his place and I want to promote him and advertise him. So a lot of good things, amongst other things on the list that people are inviting us to. Um, any of y'all here in Vegas are going to visit Vegas this week for the meetup with, I believe, Katie and Vicky of the Boss Reseller Remix, who has our, I think, list perfectly ended up taking over and said, hey, we want to do an event and we want to invite people and it's free. So if you haven't done that yet, look up the Boss Reseller Remix group on Facebook and join them, because there are amazing, powerful women, and they've always told me how it is, which is good. And they've always just been there for the community much more than what people realize. And when there's things like that, I want to be an ambassador for people like that and promote them the best that I can, and hope that they get to reach what they're trying to do, because they are very selfless as well as I am, not selfish. And I like what they do. I love it. I'm passionate about people. Um, just a lot, folks. So that's this weekend at the event. I'm going to be there. I believe Mikey's going to be there. My wife will be working, so she will not be there. But the next day, they emailed me, folks, and said, hey, do you want to come, you and your wife, and we're going to treat you to dinner? And I was like, oh, what? Me? You're going to invite me to dinner? So I'm stretching my belly now until then, folks. I am going to eat up. So I also need to watch out. Because I want to drop the end of next month. I'm going to be at 200 pounds or less than 200, even if it's by half a pound. That is my goal for next month. For me, physically, I need to lose weight, and I've been doing pretty good, except for the last few days. eBliss reseller, what's going on? French Middle, you're better than me. The whole thing that has been so frustrating to watch and lie. The thing is about lies and truths, we base it off of what we think we know. And I'm not trying to say too much about it, because it's been a snowball effect. And I'll be honest, the more people talk about it, although I've mentioned a little bit, folks, the more people talk about it, the more you put yourself out there and you got to answer questions. And when you say don't get involved, nobody's trying to be involved in a mess. Nobody wants anything negative towards them. But when you're focused and seeing nothing but red, that's all you're going to see. Thankfully for me, I'm colorblind and I don't see red. I'm just like, squirrel, what was that? Shiny glass? And then I get comments about people saying they don't buy clear glass. I've been doing okay on whatnot with stuff. And that's another thing about being a reseller and what you see online. I used to think the same way. I would see somebody who say had 100 subscribers. I had no subscribers, and I'm looking at resellers and getting information. And the disclaimer to that is you don't know what's going to work for you until you try yourself. But look at nowadays, because when I started, there was no whatnot. I only saw eBay and that was it. And then I started learning about Poshmark. Then along came Macari and then Greld. All these other things are just another possibility to make a free account and see how it goes. So you invest the time and effort on yourself, and you look at people, you try to learn from them. And if you say you get a bundle of something, say back to the example of glass, to make it an example, say somebody says, I don't buy clear glass, right? And they don't sell it unless it's marked. And people do, they say that. I've seen that several times in the past 3 days. Say you buy a bundle and the clear glass just happens to be there. Say you buy that bundle, whatever it is, for $5. Now you have this glass that's sitting around that everything else has paid for it at even more, and you've gotten a pretty big profit, hopefully, out of your investment. Now you get that glass and you're like, do I throw this because I'm going to follow what somebody says, because they don't sell clear glass, and it also doesn't have a maker's mark? Or do you attempt to sell it and make a buck or two, or be surprised and be like, whoa, this actually sold for $10, or whoever, how much more it could sell for? You don't know until you try. Don't limit yourself. Give yourself a chance to see what could happen if you just say, let me try and let me see what if. Not a year from now and say, what would have happened if I had just tried that? Little thing, a little thing. Don't let the little things limit you, but learn from them. I hope it works out for you. I'm not making promises that things will sell clear glass, but I've been caught up on some stuff where it's like, oh, even though it sells amazing on eBay, why is mine the only one not selling? I'm amazed by your beautiful hair. Uh, do any of y'all get that, where, or has that happened to you, where you buy an item, right, and you go on eBay and you look up the sold comps, and you could see like two of these items, exact same items, color, shapes, dimensions, flaws, they're all identical, but yours is the only one that isn't selling. And you've done the titles correctly. You've changed it probably twice. You got the item specifics and you got the descriptions. And for some reason, it doesn't sell for you, but it's selling for everybody else. I probably have 3 items that I've had for years that are like that, but I'm optimistic. and I believe that things could work out one day or another. Um, Angela, muchos gracias. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I was looking at my hair today. My hair was down, and I'm like trying to look for split ends over a year and a half, and still no split ends yet that I know of. Whoa, I'm way behind. Evelyn, yeah, beautiful hair. Thank you very much. Lisa B, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't hurt yourself when you do it, folks. But that stuff does help, and not just me. Other people that you come across and you enjoy them, try to do a little reminder of like, hey, did I give him or her a thumbs up, or they, whichever how they identify us. Um, I think I was laughing at one of my little cousins yesterday because they were acting like a dog, and their parents are trying to say, "No, you can't be that way. You got to be this way." And I was like, "What if they identify as a dog?" And they're like, "Sonny, don't go there." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm kind of pushing that one right there, but it's funny just to mess with people's minds. Um, I'm a wonderful person. I think people who say that, and thank you, are wonderful people, and wonderful people know other wonderful people. Thank you. I think I think all of you are here for a positive reason. Maybe you just visit because you don't want any drama. And I do my best to just be happy and smile, even when there are dark clouds in my world. With my name, I could shine through them. And I hope y'all get through dark days too, because Lord knows all of y'all help me, folks. For those who reach out and give me good vibes and good thoughts, I believe in it. I could feel it. I've been saying this for some years now. I feel very hard, as in when I feel things from people, like it kind of takes over me at times. And then when it's heavy on me, I could definitely feel it. It's almost like being older, not old, older, how my grandparents would say when I was a kid. They're like, "Oh, mijo, my leg's aching. It's gonna rain tomorrow. It's gonna get cold." And I'm like, "How do you know that?" And it's just one of those senses that you get that you kind of just feel it, and you're like, "Okay, well, what do I do about this?" And this is one thing I've learned through therapy. You have to read signs and learn how to read them and know that you're going to get triggered rather than having it as an, and I'm not a therapist, but this is what I learned from it. When I was going to therapy, I was saying the answers and not realizing I could have helped myself. But sometimes you have to hear things from somebody that's not inside the circle that you are, a complete stranger that is not going to pick sides, that's going to say, "Hey, Sonny, you're doing this. You have already told me how you get triggered, what you do when you get triggered. You know what's going to happen if you go out of bounds, and there's consequences to everything. Am I afraid of consequences? No. But am I thinking about others in my life that I know that it could affect? Definitely. And that's where I have to make sure I'm taken care of, to not put myself in the wrong, and learn how to, what the main word is, coping. You got to learn how to cope with what you learn about yourself and others to just help you get through things. And therapy for me has been a lifesaver. And I say that again, it has been life saving for me to even be here. Because a couple of years ago, that could have been entirely different. I would not be here. I would not be a YouTuber. I would not be anywhere. And I'm very thankful for my therapist, my wife, my family and friends, and you all who are saying, "Sonny, just keep going. Keep doing this. Keep doing that." Folks, right here, this gentleman, this guy right here, Grab It Fast. Who all knows Grab It Fast right here? How do y'all know this guy? Let me know if you know him. If you do, put an emoji up there, any type of anything. I know him. Give me his first name. And the first one to do that, I'm going to send you a button pack that I made. It's 3-piece. I customized it myself. But this guy right here, he's on YouTube killing it, dumpster diving. And then he goes on TikTok and he's killing it on TikTok. Folks, this guy right here hustles. Honest hustle. And I'd like to add honest hustle, because there's some bad hustles out there. Told y'all before, that's beautiful hair. Okay, I think there's a lot of hair comments. Sonny, can you give us a Carrie update? Have you seen her? I need a video with you and her soon. We miss her. So Carrie is doing good. I seen her yesterday. I know I talked about it, and I'm catching up to comments. But Carrie is doing good. Carrie can't wait to see her granddaughter, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be thrifting with us more often, and you see her more often. She did tell me that she is thinking about YouTube, and I told her I would help you. Don't overthink it, and but she just doesn't want drama that comes with it. But Carrie is so good. I think she will take care of herself on that, and also will be here for her. So I'm gonna keep saying it, especially when I talk to her, and she's probably be like, "I'm nervous, Sonny. I don't want to do it." Carrie doesn't need to do YouTube, but I think there's so much people out in the community. She's so big to us that she is a YouTuber, and her heart is so big as well. Like I love her to death. I don't want to die, but I love her to death. And she was going to come yesterday, but Jeffrey Parker wasn't feeling good. So I hope he feels better. This time of the year, the weather's crazy here in Vegas, and that could be it. But stay tuned for more of Carrie. I'll have a video out soon. Mikey will have one as well. And hopefully more videos of not just with Carrie, but other people in the community. I'm on a path now, Sonny, trying to get healthy. Yes, Bama John. Get healthy, my friend. I hope you and your family are doing well. You and your son are finding the most amazingest toys. Um, I did see a comment earlier. Congratulations on 10,000 subs. That was crazy, folks. So I ended up, thank you all so much for helping me reach 10,000 subscribe hairs. And when stuff started happening in here, my subs started. I was like, oh my God. I shouldn't say that. I know people are going to say, Sonny, you don't say his name unless you're talking to him. It's a bad habit. Um, my subs started going down, and I'm like, it doesn't matter, Sonny. People that are leaving, they're leaving, I hope, for a better reason, to find somebody that's entertaining them or mutually helping them learn something to benefit them. That's how I saw it. But still, at the same time, I was like, it's a new goal. Don't leave, come back. And they started coming back. It was kind of crazy. In a few days, boom, dropped down 50 something subs. And then this morning, it went back a little over 50. So that's just the crazy thing on YouTube, folks. I know they're just numbers in a way, and it doesn't matter if I have one person that likes me and supports me. Everybody is loved and respected and appreciated evenly. um Angie Ferguson, hello my friend. Lisa, ouch. Got Heather Key. And then it's so hard to eat and stay healthy. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to, like, how can I keep eating and stay healthy? But I need to be more active. I am getting older and I'm not as active, but I've been doing pretty good until these last few days. I always make the excuse because family's down and they're hungry. I'm hungry, and I see food and I'm all in. It's like my drug. True. I need one. Don't worry about the thumbs down. This is what I'll tell you, folks, about thumbs down. My first thumbs down, I was like, who did that? What did I do wrong? This hurts. And then I've learned as I've grown that the thumbs down may be accidental. They may be intentional. Maybe they just don't like me. And I don't look at it the same way as I did that very first time I got a thumbs down. I now look at it as there's people who comment, people who don't comment. And there's people who don't comment but will email me, not just on not just on in my Gmail, but they'll also comment on eBay. They'll leave me notes and stuff, and I will say, folks, I'm never gonna say don't message me on there because it's a funny thing with eBay. They don't want you communicating outside of eBay. So it's one of those funny things to keep in mind when you're doing that, so you don't hurt somebody's eBay, because they do have strict rules and they're for a reason. But I get comments on there and I'm just like, this is amazing. Like, people, wherever they feel comfortable to reach out to me, so be it. I'll just start a new eBay account and I'm going to be more active on my eBay, because I've been slacking big times on it. Please send a person have it together, keep the faith, and work hard. With the work hard, work smarter, folks. And also with that, shortcuts aren't always shortcuts. Sometimes those shortcuts actually make you work a lot harder and longer to try to fix that shortcut that didn't work in the first place. Do we have a member? We got a member? Oh, I can't click on it from here. And then I did see a super chat, folks. I did see it, but I just got carried on in my thoughts as I always do. I'm going to try to get to it. Uh, I have that was probably bad to sound like that. My wife says when I breathe like that, or even when I laugh, she's like, "Oh, you had the old man laugh. Stop that." But I keep doing it because then she starts laughing about it. She's like, "Stop it," and I do it because she's laughing, and I love to see my wife laugh. I like to mess with her too. I really like when she's mad at me because then she's touching me more, and not in that way. Just she's like picking at me, and I'm like, "Come here," and I give her a hug, and she's like, "No, no, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me." And I was like, "I'm hugging you. I'm gonna kiss you now." And she's like, "No, no, 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 no." And then her smile breaks, and I'm like, "Yes, I won this battle. Kill him with kindness and love. Kill him with aloha." Are you from Am I from Hawaii? Sharon Jones said, "Sunny Las Vegas, where you stay." I'm originally from Charlotte, Texas, but I was in Hawaii, the Aina, and Oahu for 10 years. So it has not just rubbed off on me. I have said this before. I feel like I was reborn when I got to go to Hawaii. A lot of the locals welcomed me in with open arms, family members, even my landlord, rest in peace, Ernesto, he just passed away. Really good older gentleman, Filipino. His family were always amazing to us. And other people besides that. I remember one of the guys that was a butcher, and I think Star Market and Eva side. Uh, I think it was Star Market, and then the grocery store changed to something else. But even him was like, "Sonny, let me tell you how to pick meat." Like people just start throwing knowledge at me. I'd never understood meat because of color, with how he was breaking it down because I'm partially colorblind. So, and that's another funny thing. Look, Carrie's in the house. I'm way behind then. Carrie, everybody was asking, "How are you doing?" They want to see more of you. I hope I didn't. I'm not gonna say that. I'm going to help you make YouTube videos, Gary. Even if they're just 2 minutes, even if they're just 5 minutes, maybe we could do little videos, start you out, baby you in on, you could, like, for say, for example, help me with jewelry. And I have a handful of jewelry and you break it down for me. And we could just share that on your end, on your channel. Just an example, but we do whatever you want. I support you, my friend. All the love, a lot of love for Carrie. Carrie, I know you don't know me, but you are now part of my family. That's an amazing feeling when people are like that to you. It really is like it hugs you in a way. Like not physically, but it feels physically because it's like an invisible hug. Um, like I said, I feel hard, folks, and that just not always a bad thing. It's more of a positive thing. Sonny, I'm collector, but I love you and my keys video. Will anyone ever know what happened to poor Danny's store? So nothing's happened to Danny's store, folks. It's nothing's happening to Danny's store. She's doing great for herself. She's worked for it. She told people for the longest time, and I think a year that I've gotten to know her, I've learned from her, and nothing's happening to her store. It's still there. Mike even put it in his video. Go over there. There's nonprofits that are in there. There's things that are I met a lot of people through that store, and I am grateful for the moment that I had there. But when I left, it was for a medical condition, and then I'll leave it as that. I don't want to say anything else. But that's why I left, folks. And then Mikey had his own thing, and he shared his video of his pros and cons, and comments got said. And I think, in my opinion, the comments that were put out were more than punchy. It made people think that a video was pros and cons and it was bad. And then things started getting said. And then it's not everything gets said. It's just little things keep getting said. And it's like, stop. I say we're all adults, but when you keep talking or somebody keeps talking, then you're kind of antagonizing them. And the more you say and for the things when you're wrong, it could come back and kick you in the butt. And that's not the kind of community I want to be in. But I'm for anybody who wants to believe in what they say is right and wrong. But if I'm there and witness something, I will say that was right or that was wrong. But there's so much, folks, so much to that it shouldn't be, in my opinion. It shouldn't have gotten this far. Um, Rebecca French Middle says, hi. Asia Cruz, what's up, Asia Cruz? Bayou, little Mon Cherie right here says, hello, Carrie. Throwback, throwback. I love Shayna and Edwina. Been a huge fan of theirs for many years. They are ones who taught me a lot about thrifting. They are a lot of fun, folks. They are killing it even more with YouTube. They have Twinsy Talk. They have their haul videos. They have all types of things like bang, 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 like 2 videos a day. And when those two girls are doing anything that they're getting into, like they are committed in doing it. And it's really good to have that support, especially to have somebody that shares that platform with you, a bestie. Like they are twinsies. They're a lot of fun. I watch them, I see them, and then I'm like, wait, did I just see a video from them? Did I go to sleep? Did I take a nap? And it'll be like 2 videos out a day. And they are doing some big things. They're gonna have a fashion show here. That's what I was saying earlier. And I need to ask for more information about that and see what they would like us to do and what they would like us to do on our end. I definitely am gonna love witnessing what they do, having hopefully behind the scenes and record it and share with you all. But I also want content for them that's theirs, that's not identical to what I'm going to share. And that's kind of what I did with the Boss Reseller Remix. When I went, I have a lot of like probably 3 hours of footage that I have not touched yet. But as it gets closer, I'm going to share some of those things, especially when those are a surprise for myself that happened. That was really fun. And I was blown away. I didn't think I wouldn't think anybody would do that for me. And it wasn't just anybody, it was everybody. And it was an amazing feeling in the moment. And I'm going to share that with y'all as it gets closer to the Boss Reseller Remix. Then you also got, I don't want to skip over events. And if y'all all know any events coming up, like the Boss Reseller Remix, the Trash to Cash podcast, there's also FlipCon. Mikey and I are working on that to where we do whatnot, and we have different reasons why we're selling on there, other not more than just to make money. It's to fund projects like travel. When we go to FlipCon, we want to go to that. It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to have that weekend there, but there's expenses for it. So join us on Whatnot, Sonny Las Vegas, Mikey Bags of Money. And if you're on Whatnot, um, comment in there your username, and we'll see whoever's on there who sees it, they could follow you as well. When we go live, me and Mikey, and we're not the only ones that do this. Callie Luis does it too. 888 Antiques, she did it, and a lot of other people. Just those are just the names off the top of my head. When we do our lives, we'll ask people throw down a bunch of emojis so we know who's a reseller. If you would like us to follow you, and all the other people get to maybe support you too. So that helps out a lot because it's really hard on Whatnot because you have to have people come in to learn about you, or they somehow come across you because they're looking for something. But that's another thing, to be inside communities on Facebook, YouTube, live chats. And yeah, it's when they ask you for it, it's better to be asked for something of somebody than saying, hey, here I am, a complete stranger, to follow me. And I've learned that the hard way. I used to be that way and I just didn't know any better. And now that I've kind of grown and learned some things, I am now like, I want this from you. Please share it. And even if it's not about you and you're not a reseller, you could say, my friend does. My friend is this username. It's an opportunity to take it any direction you want to help somebody out, if not yourself. And that's part of paying it forward. We got Ray Ray in the house. Just here, got reading previous comments. I'm confused by active line. Well, I know I kind of said it earlier, but there's just so much stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, not trying to beat around the bush, but I have nothing to hide. And for the things I want to say isn't for me to say. It's not targeting me. It's kind of vague, and there's other people stepping in, and it's amusing. We're little people. We're not trying to step on anybody. So, and that's where when you like Ray, I would say, or anybody who follows anybody, and you start feeling the attachment and you like somebody and somebody says something about you, you're protective. And I respect that because I would do the same thing if I came across people and they said things. And right now, with the comments that I'm seeing, not all of them, it's actually dying down a little bit until this morning. But it's like, okay, Do I need to say anything? No. Do they need to keep saying something? If they want to. That's their own privilege to have their platform to be how they want to be and say what they want to say. That's them, and that's just the way platforms work. There's no control over people. As much as we want to control people and tell people to stop or go ahead, some people love this stuff and live for it, and it happens. There's, I think, in the past 3 months, like, this isn't any bigger than somebody else. Some other things I've seen on there, people being a part of other shows and groups, and all of a sudden they bump heads, and not just females and guys, guys and guys, females, like a different combination of people. That things have happened if you think about it and follow enough, several people at least. But these things right here, eh, those are things maybe you could talk to each other about. Maybe you want to share that with one another. Maybe you'd be willing to talk amongst yourself and figure things out. But it's hard, folks. Um, Brenda Wayne, I hope you're feeling better. Brenda had surgery, folks, on her molars, I believe, and I hugged her the other day, and she might have had some meds. And when she said, "Oh, my tooth," and she touched it immediately, the way she touched it was like, "Ooh, it's tender," and it snapped in my head, the little cells I have left in my brain. I was like, "Oh, you just had surgery," and she said, "Yeah." And some of the stuff when we left from the thrift store, Brenda, I asked her, I was like, "Hey, do you need this mirror?" It was like an MCM type of fox wicker, brown wicker mirror. It was a big one, a nice, pretty one, and it didn't sell there. And I asked Brenda, I was like, "Do you need it?" She said, "No, but Eleanor does." And I was like, "All right, it's all yours." So I helped her put it in a vehicle. But I hope you're feeling better. I hate anything that has pain with your teeth. It's just, it drives up to your temples and higher, and it could ruin your sleep if the meds aren't enough. And I'm not big on meds. I'm really lightweight when it comes to meds. Tylenol just makes me feel weird. Yes, Sonny, absolutely wish I was closer to see you. Missouri too far away from Las Vegas. But there's always an opportunity to meet people, folks, even just for a bit. Rebecca, Sonny, you and Carly would make amazing parents. I think so. I think so. I would like to hope so. Thank you, Luis, for putting up the reseller cartel. And the thing about the reseller cartel, folks, there's a lot I want to do with it, and Mikey mutually. And that's going to be something we're not going to share anything that's drama. It's just questions. Not that I'm even trying to do that here. That's not my intentions at all. But it's not a place we want any of these things that hinder any one of us in any way, whether you're for that person or against them, to be shared on there. That's not that type of place. And YouTube, it's our world now. I think we've grown a little bit in communities to where people feel certain types of ways, and it's only because we have big hearts for who we love and believe in, and we base it off of things we know, and that's really as simple as how it gets. But I tell you all, respect people. We're all adults, and I may have something better to say about that later. Rebecca, Sonny is family. Ohana. He is truly an amazing man, and he can barbecue. I can grill, but I've learned because of my wife's cousin, Ryan, who was here yesterday. Rebecca was here. Mikey was here. Supercourt was here. My wife was definitely here, and my family, and then also other resellers in the community that came over, and it was fun. I drank a little bit too much shots, and I had a good time. Oh my God, can't wait for the video with Carrie. Yeah, I can't wait. I really wanted to have the second video out with Avery's All In today, but family caught up to me, and then so did the alcohol yesterday and all the barbecue. And then we went to go eat at CPK. I love CPK. CPK has the most amazing chicken bacon avocado like burrito things, and then their little ranch sauce is like a little tangy, spicy ranch sauce. That stuff's so good. I ate two, like, I think a whole order of them. I ordered two of them because I thought my nephews would like them, but only one of them did. Levi was like, I don't want to try that. I was like, just try it, Levi. He's like, no, I don't want to try it, Uncle. I was like, Levi, try it. And he took a little nibble, and just the crust alone, he's like, and he grabbed another one. I was like, no, 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 no. Put it back. Put it back. It's horrible. Don't eat it. Don't taste it. Don't touch it. But it was that good. I was like, okay, good. But I understand when it comes to things like that because I don't like change. I really don't, folks. I can't stand change. The only time I take or try something new is really because I'm trusting somebody who is asking me if I would want to try something and they're vouching for it. And I get that. So I kind of saw that today and I was like, I need to be more open. As much as I am to help people, I need to experience and show my taste buds some love with things too. And speaking of taste buds, I just thought of this. I went to this place here in the northwest area of Las Vegas called Muhu's or Mahu's, not Mahu's, sorry. Muhu's. Some of y'all may know what that word is. But these burgers were so freaking amazing. What was also amazing was the price. What's up, Ed? Ed out in California. The price was like $22 for the burger and fries, but I'm not gonna lie, folks. When you buy something and you look at the price, you're like, this better be the best darn thing I've ever ate. And I'm like, I want to come again. So Wednesday, I'm gonna take my mother-in-law loves burgers, Mama Dola. Wednesday, we're gonna go out thrifting, Senior Citizens Day, and I'm surprised. My wife today said, "Hey, Wednesday we're gonna go thrifting." I was like, "What?" Carla said that. I'm like, "What does she want? She wants something." And her birthday's coming up, July 19th, folks. So remind me, because I'm horrible with days. Um, we are going our own jewelry shopping. I don't want to say what I want to say of the connection from yesterday. Enough said. Call Ed. Carrie, do you have a YouTube? Carrie needs to start YouTube. She needs to start Reels. Oh, Art of Resale. I see you, my dude. But here it is. We have this one. Thelma Thrift. Okay, folks. The other day, my last live, I was talking about I'm learning jewelry from people, and Thelma Thrifts is one of them. I was cleaning the house the other day. Believe it or not, I was vacuuming the floor, the hard floor, and the carpet. Is just easier than sweeping. And then I was cleaning it up with the Swiffer jet floor cleaner. They spin, and I was listening to Thelma, and I was also listening. I think I played like three of her videos and things that I was like, okay, I don't know what she's talking about. I would stop, go look at it. So it took forever for me to clean the floor because I was back and forth trying to do both. I cannot multitask, even though I think I can. I cannot. So Thelma Thrift was one, and then also Yvonne. Yvonne's channel. Where can I think of her YouTube right now? But Yvonne, I can't think of it right now. But she was talking about some tea light cups and other things that I'm like, oh, I just came across that. I had no idea what it was called, and I learned a lot from that video because the next day I went thrifting and there was some things I'm like, hold on a minute, I just saw this from Yvonne's channel. But jewelry, I've been learning here. I'm learning from Carrie, and then there's also Dawn, who's another one. She also has a channel, and these names, if I remember, I'm going to put them all down in the description. And then there's other channels. People recommended Dr. Lori. I had been following Dr. Lori probably for like 5 months now. And she has a website too that helps you learn rather than just having YouTube. And I want to go back to having a blog. I used to have a blog and talk about stories and make up my own stories. It was like all over the place and it got thousands of views. I just never continued with it. Super sticker, super chat. We got another one coming up and a member, I think, coming up. And then Art of Resale in the house right here. Art, are you coming to the Trash to Cash podcast? I hope you are. And I'm glad I said that again, the Trash to Cash podcast. Um, After this video is done, folks, I need you all to go into the comments of the video, not here in the live chat, but the actual comments of the video. And you're going to put just Trash to Cash podcast along with whatever comment you want to add. Even if it's bad, it's an open forum for on this one. And you may have the chance to win one of two tickets. Another ticket I'm going to give away later. I bought two tickets. I purchased them myself. It made me go bankrupt, but I just asked for a loan from my wife and she was like, I guess. You have a chance to win a ticket to the Trash to Cash podcast. So I'm not going to have it like in a few days. I'll pick a winner on there. I'll do something to show it, or next week do the giveaway live of the names from the video because you're able to do that and see who won. So maybe you could plan if you're coming to Vegas and you want to be a part of that, or if you're already in Vegas, or if you want to give it to a friend, that it could work that way too. So I'm going to be giving away one of them, but after the video is done, and I probably got like 5 minutes left, folks, because my family is downstairs. Lizette, amazing person right here. She is starting up her Instagram again. Oh, you know what? Let me get back to Thelma right here, and we'll get back to Lizette, and then we'll get to Art, and then I believe we have a member, folks. You want to be a member, want to be part of what I'm doing, and other people, because it's not just me. There's so much of us in the community, physically here, locally, and also throughout the intranets and overseas. But we got something for you right here, Thelma. Thank you so much. Let me just find it real quick. I need to make more videos for this, but thank you. Super chat. So thank you for that. And then I think we do have. I'm gonna try to go down and find it because I think it was after Thelma. And I was trying to remember her name the last time, and I was like, I cannot remember. Just like Yvonne's channel, I can't remember Yvonne's or Dawn's. And Dawn had gave. Oh, I'm not in my office. I'm in Carla's office. But Dawn had given me a little trinket, and I've been trying to collect things to have like a Las Vegas theme. And we got Danny texting me, folks. I would like views recorded. If you would like to views, if you would, I'm putting this out there live, folks. I'm not sure what she's saying. You blocked me from what now? Yes, I did. If you would like to view the recording from my office last time I ever spoke to Carrie, you're welcome to. I don't know why she is telling you such things. I'm going to leave it as that, folks, but that's not even going into the other comments before that. Glad you finally found out you had wings. Fly girl. That is not towards me, unless you're calling me a girl. Thank you. That would be a compliment. Where's the other one? A member. But we're gonna do a giveaway on the tickets later, folks. I'm really excited about it. Oh, a lot of comments. I am way behind. Can someone explain what happened? I have missed everything. You could go on Mikey's video, when he had pros and cons, and that's kind of. I didn't see nothing wrong with the video other than pros and cons, but people in the comments, I think, made something more than what it was. Sonny is true, big-hearted love. I'm glad to have him as a friend, and I am very thankful to have you as a friend. Leticia, we are all where we are supposed to be. Exactly. And we're also where we want to be, folks. And we have options. We could stay, we could leave, we could come back. That's just the way the world is. We only believe what we believe in, and the truth is only true until you're convinced. The truth is only true until convinced otherwise. That's the truth. There was another one. I'm so behind. Great video. Calgary, I do remember this one. Myra, I have a hat of Calgary, Canada that I came across a year ago. Pretty cool vintage hat. Struggling hungry, Brandon Ortiz. And I'm going to say that's the whatnot. Do you know why Rebecca left? I know what I've heard, but I don't know why. Hola, Sonny. Love your videos. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Jessica Chapa. I got family back home that are Chapa. Well, more like family. Like I grew up with them, and we call them Tio and Tia, uncle and aunt. Yay, Carol. Carrie. Sonny, has anybody told you that you have beautiful eyes? Yeah. Funny story about that. Did y'all see the video where I was looking at all the jewelry from the vendor? Like, she was the only place that I went to. It was the last hour or 40 minutes of the video, and I was there the whole time, and I didn't know how good the video was gonna do, and it actually did great. I could do better next time, but having closer views up, I was just so excited about the jewelry that I was coming across, even though it wasn't valuable. Like, it's not gonna make me rich, but it was fun learning about. And she was so open with me and said, "Hey, when you come next time, I'll show you more." And she has. And that was one where she took off her glasses and she said, "You have pretty eyes." And I was like, funny thing about that, when I worked at the Win, I had a growth in my right eye that was inside my eye, all the way to the deepest, darkest ends inside there. And it started growing across my eye. When I was in my second tour in Iraq, a chemical, even with my protective glasses, like I could see this little orb just floating. And I'm like, oh no. And then boop, it landed in my eye. I didn't wash it out as well as I thought I did. I woke up the next morning, and when I opened my eye, just like a little peek, it felt like I was face to face with the sun. It was so painful. I couldn't open my eye. I had it closed for about 2 weeks. And being out in Iraq in the middle of nowhere and being in charge of the people, 400 people in this area called Camp Red Cloud, and only having around 7 soldiers of myself who were in charge, or in charge and support of these 400 soldiers, Marines and Army. I don't think we had any Navy there. Um, and it started growing. So from 2011, I got out the military up until a year ago. I was like, I need to do something about this. And the best person here in Vegas, I forget her name. I believe she's Russian, and she is like the best of the best for eye surgeries and things like that. She got it out, and I never had any issues. And I told her when I go back, which is probably going to be this weekend, to her name's Martha, I believe. I told her I'd give her that information because she's afraid to lose her eyesight. And that's really tough to lose your eyesight. One eye, two eyes, doesn't matter. Just losing something that you were born with and not being able to see, which is why I like Mr. Beast even more with what he did with all the kids of helping people and adults to see again. Like, oh my God. One of them was so young and now he could drive again. Like, you don't know if that one person is the only person who could help the family get through and by in life, and that's all they depend on. And here they go losing their eyesight. Just never know what people are going through. Sonny, has anybody told you? Oh, we got that one. Lizette right here, amazing person, amazing person. Always in the DMs, always talking. And I forgot, I need to call you. If I can get 500 subs, anyone can. Go, Carrie. That's funny. Go follow Lizette right here, folks. Amazing person, and she does lives on YouTube, on Instagram. And I kind of wish she would do them on YouTube too, but that's her goal and that's her focus, and she does very well. Really good talks. Love you, Carrie. I know I'm missing, and I see another one from Dawn. Sonny, I want to be you when I grow up. Congrats, bro. Cameron Gravity Goods is actually picking up on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, here's this video. It's like, damn, you're getting some good views. I suck at TikTok. I need to be more active. Carry American Arbitrage is like, Sonny, you need to be on this, and he's always on me, trying to inspire me to just be better. And he knows I could do this stuff. I just squirrel. Carrie, would love to see your own YouTube channel. We all would. Carrie, I mainly do IG, but have done some YouTube videos. I am resisted as well. I don't want drama. And you get to block that, folks. I'm kind of like two-faced on this, as in I told myself I wasn't going to let it bother me, and it did. But then talking to people like Lizette, to Mary, who's out there, to Don, Carrie American Arbitrage, other people who aren't picking sides. They're not at all. They are just focus on what you're doing, keep doing it. You're doing a good job. And that means a lot, because I think with certain people that talk to you, they're going to be real with you more than anybody. And if they believe in you to give you advice, then you need to look in yourself and say, I'm not going to let them down, and you're definitely not going to let yourself down. And I'm not going to let myself down for nothing, because I've come too far. We all have. And all things shall pass, good and bad. And we learn from them, and that's all we can do. Here it is. So later on down the road, I'm so sorry, but I have you, my friend. Thanks for joining. Any of y'all want to join, the membership is up in the comments. They have grown over the last 2 weeks, even though the subs went down and then they went up again. So I'm just thankful, folks. I'm thankful I have a voice, and I used to not feel this way. I used to feel like I couldn't say nothing and that I was too shy for it and too scared, but I've strengthened within the good and the bad, and just trying to be a better person. And hi, Yvonne. We got Yvonne up in here. Carrie, smile and laugh. I love Carrie and smile and laugh, and I love her hugs too. And I know some of you people out there too, the Carrie hugs, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not intentional. Charlie Fleecon, that's who I got to meet, not only at the Trash to Cash podcast, but also his event with Scrooge's. I could be saying it wrong. He had him and his friends out at this small area, and it was an amazing time. And I got to spend it with Carrie and Don. And Charlie's going to have more of them, and he does have more events. So if you're in California, folks, reseller, vendor, want to support, and if you can make it to the areas that he goes to, keep up with this guy right here, especially his Instagram. He does have YouTube videos as well. So us going to the event and meeting him several times, I I love this guy right here. I also made him a really good deal on what he bought. Let's get to vintage GG repeats right here. I have a video just for this.
Yeehaw! Round up the team, we got another one.
Round up the team, we got another one. Rita here says, "Dang, Sonny, I missed a day of working out. Guess I got to do better. Do it before bed. Thanks for motivation. I'm motivated because you're motivated, folks. It really helps when other people are motivated. My wife motivates me more than anything when she's working out next to me, and I'm like, I'm gonna give up. I'm at 30 minutes, but she may have started, say, like 4 minutes after me. And then I'm like, I feel so bad. I can't stop because I'm at 30 minutes. I need to stop after she's done to show her I'm not weak. She has a good husband. And she motivates me. Those little things, I think it's really good. And who knows if I'm motivating her. But Carla and I have different work ethics. She'll stick to the same weight, the same speed for a year. And I'm like, no, that's too easy. You need to pick it up. You don't tell me what to do. Carla does like not like anybody telling her what to do, even if I say pretty please at the end. Lola Maria, Sonny, love ya to pieces. Will follow you to the moon and back. Hey, I almost wanted to attempt to try to get a ticket to go to the moon, but I was like, that's way out of my. Even with my credit score, they'll just laugh. And nah, you can't make it, Sonny. Like we'll give you a moon rock, like a picture of it, but not an actual moon rock. We got art down here, folks. I know it's down here. It's gonna highlight on my end. I want to make sure I take care of everybody. Or did I skip it? Maybe not. It hasn't populated in here yet. Sunny. Oh, there it is. There's nothing wrong with Mikey's video, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to talk, folks. Talk by all means. Say whatever you want, but just know what you put out there can come back and kick you in the butt. Or make you look bad, even if you're right. It just you never know how people take stuff. And that's even talking about myself. Like I'm talking to myself about that. Even with the things I've said in this life. But I'm gonna stand by what I say. Because I didn't say much. And if I did, people would be like, uh-oh. And not towards me. Sonny, you will be headed back to the jewelry lady at the swap meet soon. I want to go this weekend. I enjoyed that video. Thank you. I was really worried about that video, like I was saying earlier, but it actually ended up being a really, really good video. Um, Lots of love to you, Carrie, Mikey, and Rebecca. Tiffany, unfortunately, I had to unsubscribe from the niche lady. And that's not just a one-way thing, folks. RML, people have come over and unsubscribed from us. And like I said, I get it. When you're invested in people and you love them and you have feelings that are positive, you are very protective. That's what family and friends do for people who they care about. And I applaud that, especially for the person that said, and this was my mistake, folks. Like I said, I told myself not to let things bother me, but what bothered me with what I shared in a comment that was left on my channel was several comments from the same person. I'm big headed. And the only reason people watch me is because of Danny, and that I wouldn't be anybody without Danny. And to me, I took that as nothing about Danny, nothing at all. I took that personally towards everybody to who's to say right here, who has followed me before I even met her. I got to know her. And then after all this that's happening, which is not a lot, all this is not a lot. It's very little. It's minute. In a few months, it's like I'm off to bigger and better things, which is not even months. It's like right now, I have things working for me. Things are working for Mikey and other people out there too, because you got to focus on your own goals. You got to just keep moving forward and wish the best for people and hope that things worked out. I'm optimistic to where out of everybody that was mentioned, not Tiffany is not one of them. Nothing about Tiffany at all. But everybody else that was mentioned, people were like, why this? Why that? I would just say, hey, I hope y'all get the best. And if we're too much for anybody, you don't have to follow anybody. And maybe later on, you'll be like, I'll give Sonny a second chance. Maybe you give the niche lady a second chance. Who knows? People change their minds all the time. Some people change their mind too much. But that's our that's our privilege to do what we want. And we're all adults. Oh my God, I just got an X file slot lot for my son. Carrie scored. Oh my God. When you see the video that I have, Mikey and Carrie were telling me, like, Sonny, stop sharing all this information to help other people. Not like that, not in those words, but it was kind of funny. Art. I know Art left a comment on here, and I wanna if he's still in here, because that's a busy man, busy man, and he's doing amazing things for himself. But I believe it was a super chat. Super chat. That was for Art before I end up leaving off this live in a few minutes. Do you, Carrie? Do you have a whatnot name? No, but she did. Mikey, make sure she got the link. She's gonna. She, I believe, has already applied or gonna apply, but she needs to do it right away. I said we would help her, and as in would bring it up like talks like this amongst other people that I'm asking if you have a whatnot or username. Share it, especially in the reseller cartel page. Go out there, look at that comment, which was like maybe 2 comments ago, a post asking for whatnot. But I'm going to do that at least once a week or maybe even twice a week because there's more and more people on there. I think we're at maybe 400 people. Um, I'm not going to read Carrie's comment. She'll slap me. I'll call you later. But on here on the reseller cartel, folks, oh, it just bumped up from 408 to 413. Um, that's incredible. Thank you for who are joining over on there, folks. And we want to ask more people out in the community, no matter where you're at, even if you're not in the States. If you have any events, share them because you never know who's watching. The more you can share your information, it's going to get out there eventually. Even if it's a week from now, a year from now, as long as you're still active, it's going to catch up to you in a good way. You want it to just be everywhere, your information for people to discover you. I love your comments. RML. I forgot to mention, Sonny, you are the sweetest and remind me so much of our youngest son. Aw. Whose name is Mikey, out in Salem, Oregon. Aw. Thanks for the opportunity, Sonny. You're welcome. Well, your work and other people who create content and also comments, not just content creators. The things you're able to share with people, folks, people see it even if they don't comment. They're going to see it and you're going to help them in a ways that you don't realize who's watching you. And I find that really fascinating and powerful, to where of course I try to watch what I say, but I'm not trying to hide who I am. That's not in me. I tell people this and have been saying this: don't do anything wrong, especially when you're younger, because you don't want to grow looking over your shoulder. You don't want to get older in age and always feel you have to look over your shoulder like you're doing something wrong. And I say that from my own experiences when I was a kid and getting in trouble. I was like, I don't want to feel this way. I need to do something. And it took years from when I was being a kid up until just yesterday or today, just recently was like, I'm looking back and I'm not looking over my shoulder, but I'm looking back like these wonderful people. I got them all fooled. No, I'm just joking. I'm like, they have these the most amazing comments and supportive comments, and they say so much nice things about me. And it's only because of the people who believed in me and who has come along, believe in me, and see that I'm really here just trying to do my best to just be happy. I don't care if I never make $1 million. I don't care if I ever make another thousand subscribers and get one more subscriber. That's not my point. But it's kind of like one of those things is getting promoted, and you everybody in a way needs reassurance and a pat on the back, and that's what it does, in so many different ways and different meanings, and it's hopeful. If I'm able to speak for people or mention them, I hope that it helps them in more ways than what we've gone through, to where they don't have to struggle like we have. But everybody has struggles. All these stories of I've had this and I have that, and other people are going through stuff too. And I think it's only on us, if we want to help people and try to do our best to do what we can, even if it's just prayers or even just thoughts, just throwing out these good vibes. take this, take that. I wish you the best. I hope you're okay, and I mean that. Um, Carrie does have a booth, and I need to get her on there. I need to go out there soon to get information about. I didn't even know Carrie's booth was so close to the thrift store. Um, I had no idea until recently where her booth is at in general. And I'll go out there and I'll highlight her and her booth and what she has. And as of right now, taking two booths, putting it all in one, she needs to get rid of it, folks. So if you're in town, I'm gonna get that information for you. Oh, the niche lady donates all the stuff to the thrift store. I have no idea what she does. I know people donate to the thrift store, and I know she has done good. And but exactly what she's done, I don't know. But I think her heart is wanting to help people, just like anybody else. Rebecca, hope I don't miss seeing you and Carrie with the guys. Rebecca was supposed to go yesterday, but she had a dentist appointment, I think, and they ended up changing the time. Out of all days, a Sunday to the doctors. Hmm. That's questionable, Rebecca. I must say so myself. Waterloo, Iowa. What? Is there a lot of water? Is it dry? I'm so clueless. I have to be like, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. But you're a smart guy, Cameron. You're very humble. You're a hard worker too. Carrie, congratulations on going to whatnot. I'm so scared. All right, Donna, why are you scared? I'm scared to do whatnot because they. Oh, she's gonna answer it because talking about some states, it's against the law because you have to have an auctioneer's license. I read about that, and I need to see what the following information is on it because I believe not all states, and I'm not sure if that was a lie or not, or if it was just something they were working on. But that's one thing I talked to Avery's All In, who maybe later on soon I'll have on a live because they do have an auctioneer's license, a license to auctioneer. They have one, and I said, hey, maybe I'll have you on. They're like, sure, we're in. Really nice people. They got to meet Mama Dola and Carla for a moment because they're in Marshall. So we ran into them. If you saw the video, they walked that way and Marshall's is that way, and we ended up meeting them after the Goodwill. Yvonne, it's better not to say anything, but sometimes we say stuff. We can follow you, please. Uh, they make their own bag. Negatives attracts negative. We keep it positive. Yeah, sometimes you got to say stuff, and it's not trying to. You don't got to say anything, but sometimes you say things, and it's not intentions to be bad or hurtful or no malice, as they say. But you could say the most perfect things in the world and the nicest things, and somebody could come and say, well, you didn't say this and you didn't do that. You can't please them all, folks, and I'm not trying to. Sal Mercado's in the house, folks. Have you been seeing some tape dispensers that are customized, that are pretty amazing, or have been thinking that you wanted one? Not only is he a reseller, and not only is he going to have the biggest avocado vineyard, if they are vineyards, or farm, this guy's going to do it, folks. He also has an amazing collection of Vaseline, I believe, luster, and depression glass. He sends me photo, and I'm like, holy bajolies, that's beautiful. And I've started having my own little collection of some stuff that I found recently. And Carrie actually gave me a plate, one that glows. So I'm gonna start being like this guy and collect some stuff. But back to this tape dispenser, he does some custom works, folks. I would check this guy out and say, hey, can you make this design or that design? If you already have one, he could make you a tape dispenser, customize it to you. And I think that's really good because when you have your own workspace, whether it's a big space, a small desk, 2x2, 2x3, whatever space you have, to make it be you and happy with what you have and work with, I think having custom things like what he does with tape dispensers, it's amazing. Now, have I gotten one yet? Not yet, but I'm telling you, I'm going to get one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might get one and see if it could be part of a giveaway because the reseller cartel, although Mikey's not going to be here for the Trash to Cash podcast, is going to be, I'm going to have giveaways. Callie Luis, who is right here, Callie Luis is sending hats, one for me, one for Mikey, but I asked him if he would like to donate some towards a giveaway, and it also helps or lets me promote him in content and to other people who may not know him. So I probably need to reach out to more people and see about that. And if you're interested in that, you'll be credited in the videos from it and so on and so forth. It'll be there for it's never going to be erased. But if you want to donate some stuff for giveaways for your brand or your business, stickers, pins, something that reflects you and promotes you, uh, email me, SonnyLasVegas 702 at gmail.com. I want to get some more stuff, but I'll also be doing $100 giveaway for something. I reached out to Dave NC Picker and asked him about an idea, how hard it would be. And he said it shouldn't be too hard. So I need to follow up on that and let him know more about what I'm thinking. So I bought 2 tickets. I'm going to end this chat in about 5 minutes. And then after that, I'll tell you what you need to do or comment, not in the chat, but in the video once the live is done. Trash to Cash podcast, along with whatever comment you want to add to it. You're going to end up winning a ticket. Somebody's going to win a ticket. One random person will win a ticket, and we'll do that live next week. We'll do that live giveaway and show who won so you can see it for yourself. And then maybe again, I'll do something or in a video that I have coming up. So you got to follow through all of it because it might be in a random spot in the video where it's like, comment this or what did I find that you liked. It just might be just something general, nothing crazy. And that person will end up winning a ticket for it. And then I'll give you the information on that for the Trash the Cat podcast. No worries. I plan on spending a lot of time with Carrie and the boys. The boys. I promise I will, says Carrie, the living mermaid. There is a lot of fake info. You have to do no matter. You have to do what you need to do no matter what. Yeah. And it goes for everybody. And that's the thing with like comments like that. Like I know things are vague, but you really have to take control of what you want to do. And if I don't want to share information about it, and people are like, you're not telling me what I want to hear. Sometimes you don't want to hear what you want to hear after you've heard it. Tiffany. I'm not sure if Tiffany was in here. I know that she was up in Mikey's thing. Andy Someda, which is so funny. Andy here. Como está, Capari? Andy right here messages me on Facebook and he's like, hey, there's this free stuff in your area, like boxes and shipping paper. And by the time I look at it, it's gone. Maybe I'm not fast enough, but he thinks of me enough to where it's like, hey, you go get this. But I don't know. Maybe he's sharing it the same with this guy right here and he's beating me to it. And maybe he's closer that way because I live way far out of town. Gina, what's up, Gina? Hi, hello, my friend. ¿Cómo estás? So there's emojis to this, I'm pretty sure. Hand, wink, wave, person, turquoise, waving. Just reading it sounds like it's a fun order of emojis. Carrie Parker, awesome. I'll stop by next month. Driving again from California. There you go, Carrie. And then I think Mary just left a $10 chat. She gave me some advice today, folks. I talked to Mary quite a bit, and she's always. I love the way I feel when I not only get comments, but mutually hear from people that care about me and care about who I care about. And they also don't pick sides of anything other than Sonny. This is what I recommend you do. You could do whatever you want to do and keep it real, but in a way that's always trying to keep me in the good and positive, because it's easy for somebody like me, speaking for self, that when you come from a background that you're a troublemaker and used to get in so much fights and you used to not care and respect anybody, to now that I care and respect everybody, even if they don't care or respect me, to where it's like you gotta love people like Mary, who left a $10 super chat, and she never has to give me anything. Nobody ever does. They're just things that are out there that are options that if you want to support, you can. But comments alone, thumbs up, even thumbs down, support me and encourage me to just want to be better and figure it out. Will I ever figure it all out? No, but I like to think I get better and better every day. Carrie, you are starting to do what not? How fun. I'll be sure to watch. Hi, Rebecca. That's another thing too, folks. Hi, Barb. On Whatnot and all these other platforms, if you're thinking about getting started, you can see what people are selling and maybe it'll help you. But everybody has different followings, everybody has different customer bases. And I have a Whatnot at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So after this live, I said like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, I'm going to get off. Got like 5 minutes left. So I'm not going to try to keep you longer because I'm going to load up at least 20 or 30 items and see how an 11 a.m. Whatnot goes, how it goes. Mikey, I went today. I was supposed to go at 4, but we want to see PK with the fan band, the Ohana. Words, nothing positive. We can't focus on the negativity. Just keep doing, just keep being Sonny Las Vegas. Thank you, Rita. Doris Byrne, Carrie, I miss you. You're so sweet. Carrie is the sweetest. Like, so sweet. She gave me diabetes. And the crowd laughs. I would never be able to do stand up comedy. But I know somebody who wants to try it, and I would love to check him out because he could sing. I highlighted him a moment ago, Mr. Carey American Arbitrage. He says he wants to do stand up, and I think he could do improv just as good. Guy's amazing, very talented. And I try to encourage him to share more of those talents. And we just got to build that comfort for certain things, folks. Just got in. Can someone fill me in? Yeah, so I've been on for a little, an hour and 26 minutes, just rambling on. And people say they love my hair and I have pretty eyes. That's a new comment. And I talked about my past and how imperfect I was and how I've come a long way. And I wish everybody else uh, find their happiness because it's an amazing feeling to be happy and be happy almost every day. You're going to get bothered. You're going to be influenced by things and people. And even sometimes things that aren't even happening. You just make up these things in your head and you're like, why am I thinking that way? Why am I creating these scenarios that don't even exist? It's just the mindset. We all have different experiences and go through things. Honestly, I heard about you and Mikey through the Niche Lady. She has always championed you guys. And we have done the same, my friend. And that is the truth. It's never a one-way thing. And that's kind of like the comments I kind of noticed today. It was like, oh, she was said nobody know who we were without her, right? Well, some of us that were following us before her would never knew of her without us. It goes both ways. It doesn't matter how much subs you have or not. Everybody are human, which I know you know, but everybody's human. Everybody makes their decisions. And just because somebody says, go check out Sunny and follow him, go check out Carrie follower, they go out, he's not a cup of tea. You got to make your own decisions on that. Um, we're not for everybody. Everybody isn't for everybody. That's the way it is. Because if it was, then everybody would just be to subscribe to everybody, and it wouldn't be trying to push you or motivate you to grow your channel or be a better person. Because then everybody would be equal. And although that's the dream, I wish everybody was fun and nice and loving. But if you never have a little bit of drama or a little bit of downfalls and obstacles with barriers to get over or under or around, then you never know how it feels to really be happy and be feeling like you accomplished something or got over something for the good. I think I should have been like a therapist or just like a motivational speaker for like 5 minutes because I can't do it straight longer than that. It's Alabama. You're really Diamond Phillips in the movie. I know what part you're talking about too. Um, I really resemble Lee Diamond Phillips. I think when I highlighted FleeCon, who had an event there in California, there was a plane and I went up and I was like, "Not my Richie." And somebody left a comment. They're like, "I've seen that movie so many times." And I was like, "Yes, I got one person. That's all I needed. Mission accomplished." Hi, guys. I hope you are more than well, Mavis. Godfrey, I hope you're more than well. I hope you all are. Bamboo Betty, I got like 1 minute left, folks. I did too. I started with the next lady and found all about you. And now we found out about each other, Jen. The world is a beautiful place if that's your world that you want to have and build. Rebecca, I miss you also. Rosie, the Riveter, thank you, Sunny. Better, but still on liquids. Still on liquids. Oh, I'll be honest. I love fruit juices, but I've been hearing a lot lately off of like my nutritionist, which is TikTok, is to uh, eat fruit rather than drink fruit. So I need to do more of that. I love green apples. I could eat green apples and peanut butter all day, every day, and tuna, not all together, separately. Those some invisible commas up in there, which my grammar is horrible. Thank you means the world to me, truly. And that's for everybody. I think everybody could relate to this comment right here. Thank you. Big or small, support is support. Numbers don't matter. It helps, but it's all the same. Brandon Ortiz, the name again. Is that Brandon? Is that your freaking Cash App? Because I'm like, wait, why is there a dollar sign? Wish I knew what was going on. I honestly wish none of this was going on. Ain't nobody got time for that. You making me hungry. Didn't have dinner. What time is it? Carrie, the Pechimo t-shirt. Things learned from whether good or bad help us figure it out. They do. They do, Becky. So glad that you had a great time with everybody. And I usually have a great time with everybody. I usually do. And it's a downer when I feel somebody's down. Like again, I feel very hard. I don't know what happened. Is there a problem going on? No problems. The only problems that people have are the problems they create for themselves. Oh, thanks, Jen. Here we go. That's how far behind I am. All positive vibes. Love sent to you, Sonny. Hey, te amo, mi amigo. I love you, my dude. I was just talking to Carrie about you the other day, and keep grinding, dude. Like you are killing it. I love your editing style. I think you're an amazing person, and I hope to see you around soon. This guy's killing it at garage sales and his videos, especially the short content, the reels. I think I watch at least. I think I watch at least for every 10 videos. I think Art's video, no matter on what platform I'm on, between Instagram and TikTok, I at least see four of his videos. And then I see a couple of other people, and then boom, it's Art again. That's how busy this guy is. And that says a lot because I follow quite a bit of people. You will see me soon, hand to hand, and carry. Aloha, Jennifer. Aloha, my friend. Uh, Jennifer, I usually see you in the coaches' lives, and that must not be on right now because I think you would be in there too. Man, Sonny, I followed my gut, feeling the message you had bad vibes last October. You may have saved, saved you. My wife's B day. Oh, your wife's B day is July 18th, Manny. Oh, well, I'm gonna try to remember that the day before to remind me that it's my wife's birthday on the 19th. Saved hurts. Oh, Cheryl. Cheryl's been at it too. She's been very busy, grinding as well. Biscuit butt, buttery biscuit butt. This guy right here. Got to meet him at the bins again. Had a good time. Good night, all. Good night, Carrie. Buenos noches. Manga da gabe. I'm so sorry, Rebecca. To meet you at the thrift store. Lorraine. Hi, Carrie. I cannot meet you. I believe I met Lorraine twice, I believe, at the store. Super court in the house. And again, I'm probably way behind, folks. Love your mother-in-law. She was so sweet cooking and cleaning. Reminded me of my own sweet mom when she was alive. My condolences. I hate hearing stuff like that, but I love that there's memories that lift you up. And you'll be seeing more of us, Courtney, not just online either. And I'm so happy I made it over to the house. And it's cool that my family, like Carla's family, my brother-in-law, my niece and nephew, and then other cousins of Carla that come, that I get to bring again, like both sides of these families into one, and they get to meet each other and see who I'm talking about, rather than who is that, what channel was that, what was the video, what did they say, and break it down, because it gets confusing after a while. You got to talk this big old story and try to make them remember who you talked about, but there isn't a face to it, and they got to all meet yesterday, and it's only going to grow. My wife woke up this morning. She's like, babe, how do you know all these people? And I'm like, I've been telling you about them for a while, babe. When I first meet them and I love people, I am so excited about them. And I just telling her, and she's like, okay, I don't know who that is. Oh, you're probably gonna invite them to the house one day. And I do. I am looking forward to new shenanigans for an amazing group of friends. Gina, hello again, my friend. Let me scroll down, folks. I'm sorry if I didn't go over your stuff. Uh, I am very busy. Uh, I'm not gonna highlight that. I don't want to give anybody more attention than what they need or deserve. Carrie, there is, but nothing wrong with that comment. If you feel that I was talking about you, nothing at all. And even though it's something I would love to post, it's just don't need it. Did Carrie leave for some reason? Carrie left because she wants to spend more time with family. Nothing better than that reason. Same as mine. Same as Mikey. I started Thrifting Vegas than everyone else. I started with Thrifting Vegas. Tiffany, what? I started, I think, just a little after Cat the Nurse Flipper did. And if she has grown, she is doing amazing things. Sonny, I just don't want to disrespect you on your channel by saying act anything because you're so kind. Well, Donna, I wouldn't take things offensive if it was about me. If somebody comes on, say my channel, leaves comments, and they're bringing people in that can fight for themselves or see it, then I find that to be offensive towards me and people that are following me and trust me to when things like this, they may not know it, but they're trusting me to safeguard them from people looking at their comments and people attacking them. If I see that, then I do something about it. But now there are conversations in my video, only like my last two videos, and even in my community tabs, people asking questions and people are talking maturely. They're having conversations and just simply talking, and because they're concerned and they care about either both parties or one party. But if it goes any other way and they're bashing people, then that's an entirely different thing. That's one thing where it's like, boop, I either hide you or I block you. And it's not because I'm doing it, it's because I don't want that kind of stuff being targeted towards people who are coming and solely want to support and aren't trying to cause anything worse than what's already going on that has nothing to do with them. Yes, this is it. Yvonne, Thrifting Rich. I can never remember it. But I first saw Yvonne and liked her videos when I think she was against Kat, the nurse flipper, speaking of her, on now I can't remember Dawn's name, but we're together on Cat the Nurse Flipper's channel, um, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I first saw them competing. Dawn used to do these lives with people and like who got the best and promote, or not just promote, but help people. As in, they would bring up items and see who could sell it the fastest and do a competition. And I thought it was genius because even if you sold something or didn't, you are advertising for people and you're doing good, but made it fun. And that guy works his butt off. Shout out to Don. Nice to see you. Oh, unfortunate test positive for. Oh no, Barb. It's going around. The weather's changing. I wish you well. I used to brag about drinking tap water, which is why I don't get sick. But then when Lake Mead happened and bodies started popping up, I'm like, I probably shouldn't be saying that anymore. Yeah, I get that one. Carrie, maybe if I see Sonny again, I could give him. I don't know. I wish I could see everybody. It's just everybody's so busy. Oh dear, TNL, right? I hate autocorrect. I hate autocorrect lately because when I put like LIKE, it keeps putting love. And I was like, oh no, I hope that doesn't come off weird. And I do it again, and it'll just autocorrect before it sends off. Not a fan of the trash to cash, honestly. Carrie, thanks for reminding me, folks. Trash to Cash podcast. I'm going to end this live here right now. I know I said that like 40 minutes ago, but there's so much to share, so much good stuff, so much positive things. And the more I learn about other people and I want to share their stories because I feel they're in a good place and are going in a better place because they want to. I'm all for it. But I'm going to end this live go to the the video comments of this video and put Trash to Cash podcast and or do Trash to Cash podcast, and we're gonna do a live giveaway the next time I come on live. Sometime this week, I'll do another live for that giveaway, and then I'll have one more ticket to give out. There's been over 300 people and growing, and this is the most people I've ever had in a live. And the comments have been amazing. They haven't been trying to push anything in any direction other than maybe hearing me out. And I respect you for respecting me and others and yourself to be mature enough to know that this platform and what I'm trying to do is for the benefit of everybody, just to help not only you, but assist me as well to just be in the places where we don't want to be and have grown out of our past for the better. Heading out. Thank you for the great video. Thank you, Rebecca. Have a good night. Not real reseller. Melting down. Perfect storm. Oh, sounds a little waxy. A little heat under pressure, a little bit. Nini Court. Let me see on here, folks. Oh, Don. I got to get this one, and then we'll go. Don is the boss of Carry American Arbitrage. We're going to go, and after this, I'm going to end this. Give me a second. This is the super chat. Don, thank you. Super chat. All right, let me scroll down, folks. And we're going to get going. I'm going to have another live soon, but I'm going to have at least 2 videos before I do that out. What if I not tomorrow? The boss comes back to Mikey's mad he didn't secure the ladder. Could have way worse. Oh, I didn't see that. Mikey already put out the video for moving out. So you're real. That's what people like about you. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you very much. Okay. Art was in here for a while. Thanks, Art. You my dude. You my boy, Blue. Ladies and gents, I'm going to end this right now. Thank you all so much. Big heart to all of y'all, not just any one of y'all. Even if you have ill will towards me, try to combat my love. You're like this. I don't want Sonny's love. I don't want his good vibes. Stop being so nice. I want to hate you. I want to be mad at you. You can do that, folks. Still sending that love out there. After this, give it a few seconds. Trash to Cash podcast. You're going to comment that in the comment, not the live, in the regular video comment, for your chance to win one of 2 Trash to Cash podcast tickets. One ticket this week's going to be given away, and the next week, another one.